Okay folks, kids would like this, even though I don't promote this with the kids. Let's see how we go with this. The nerds will inherit the copier world. Yes, they will, folks. They will. You've got to believe me, folks. I'm going to look at it when we get the object in front of us. Okay, let's see what we have. We have here a Santa Claus bauble, Christmas bauble. So we got a Santa Claus, or Saint Nick. Well, he was Saint Nick, and then Coca-Cola gave him the red suit and he became Santa Claus, or whatever. I don't know whether he was Santa Claus before. Coca-Cola converted his colours to red and white, which is the Coca-Cola trade colours. I'm going to make this, let's see how big we're going to make it. Yeah, that looks interesting. I do think maybe a bit more on the horizontal, the vertical, should I say, or maybe I should move him across a bit. He looks interesting anyway, folks. Yeah, I think we got it in the wrong side. I do think we've pushed him a little bit too low. Yeah, because I wanted him to go that way. Now, do wonder how we're going to make this work. So it's not... Don't know how that's going to work. Yeah, that looks better. He's in the centre now, which is nice. I still think he looks a bit too dark in some places. Wondering if we're going to... How are we going to make this look any good? I think we might lighten him up further. Now I've got the Jingle Bell Rock going through my head at the moment. Yeah, that looks better. The colour, he looks a lot brighter. It's not quite what I was after. I did want something better than this. But he looks quite good. I do wonder where the centre of the job is going to be for this St. Nicholas. Well, he's more Santa, the Coca-Cola trademark that everyone took on. It's a bright sunny day today, folks. It's nice and cheery. I'm going to make this into something better than this. I do think a still piece is not what we're calling for, I do think. So I'm just going to pull up stumps, using an old cricketing term, you know, folks. We're going to make this into a more exciting piece using movement. So we're going to make Santa move around. I know I forgot to switch off the multiple copies. Yeah, that looks really quite interesting as a Santa. We're going to use that. He's a two-faced Santa. Look at that. So we're just going to put one away, and we're going to use this one as our master copy. I don't know how it's going to look, if we're going to make this into a decent piece. Sorry folks, I don't believe in promoting Santa Claus to children, because children are too innocent for the capitalism that is involved in Santa, because Santa is a huge capitalist device. I actually wonder if I'm going to maybe push that down a bit. So yeah, he is too much of a money-making rort to expose children to, because he's all about money. He's all about making revenue. He's not about love and care and compassion. Which I believe are more important in Christmas than the stupid money-making rorts that you see typically over this time of year, where business, big business and small business are getting really amped up for huge profits. And children are indeed huge marketing pawns for big businesses and shops and retail. I know we need to have retail. There's nothing wrong with money in itself. There's nothing wrong with retail. And I forgot to turn off the multiple copies again. But this looks really quite interesting. But basically I really object to children being utilised as marketing pawns. I really feel a sense of aggro, a sense of distaste towards it. I just can't understand why such innocence has to be taken advantage of. It's evil. It's pure evil, folks. And children are being told that they must have this, they must have that, to feel a sense of worthiness. And that's really not acceptable. That's not the true Christmas message. You know what I mean, folks? I really hate the way the companies are just so ready to marketeer to the innocence of little children, and that's not acceptable. That's not grown up responsibility. That's really a disgrace, because kids don't know the value of money yet, and they won't see any reason why they can't have the toy or the object that they so desire. And basically, they'll keep crying and pouting and jumping up and down, and that will put pressure on the parents to buy the present or to risk a temper tantrum. So, really, we don't need this shit. We don't need all these temper tantrums to be created through this fucktardery. We don't need it, folks, to cause so much angst in families. I don't know how this can be stopped. I don't know why parents don't teach their children at an early age. But then the friends, the social groups, and everyone's got that toy, everyone's got that object, that fashion, that costume, and what can you do about it, folks? That's the problem. The majority moves in that direction, and that really hurts the little children, puts pressure on them and the parents, and it's really not an acceptable thing in my opinion. It's not acceptable, folks. Santa Claus, indeed. Anyway, that's come up looking quite interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.